Hey guys, I'm back. So we can do a few more pages from Breakout. So we're going to start with an investigative report from Nora Tucker. Okay, sorry, had to let our cat out. All right, so back to our read-aloud. Sunday, June 9th, an investigative report by Nora Tucker. Prison officials and police vow to catch escaped inmates by Nora Tucker, investigative reporter. Officials held a press conference at Wolf Creek Correctional Facility today, promising to find two inmates who escaped from the prison. John Smith and James Young were both serving life sentences for murder and are considered very dangerous. Police are looking for help to track them down. We've set up a hotline and ask anyone with information to call immediately, said State Police Captain Bradley Mason. Prison Superintendent Bill Tucker has been working around the clock since the escape. So have searchers from the state police and corrections department. Governor Sonia Ramos, who came to Wolf Creek today, promises that the state will support these efforts 100%. Prison officials are still trying to figure out how this happened. That's all part of our investigation, said Superintendent Bill Tucker. We're taking this very seriously. Police say even more searchers will arrive soon to help. And then there's another parody article from Lizzie Bruno. So Sunday, June 9th, a not-so-investigative report by Lizzie Bruno. This is another one of Lizzie's made-up parody articles. And it's kind of funny. You gotta listen to the names. The names are hilarious. Manhunt continues. Police complain of too many trees and rocks around here. By Lizzie Bruno. Police are still searching the woods around Wolf Creek Correctional Facility for two inmates who busted out of the prison. The governor even came to town today, promising that searchers would check behind every tree, under every rock, and inside every structure. However, some searchers are taking issue with that order. Every tree? Really? Said Trooper I'ma be tired. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Hold on. I'ma be tired. See? I'ma be tired. There must be thousands of them, millions if you count shrubs. Do we have to search behind the skinny trees too? Because both these inmates are pretty big guys, and only bigger trees would hide them. It's not realistic, added Officer Bentover. I've flipped over every pebble and stone between the prison and the river. So far, all I've found is lots of ants and one really fast beetle. See? Bentover. Get it? Okay. It's like I wrote this book. I'm telling you. Police supervisors say regardless of these hardships, the search continues. It's hard work and we'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning, said Sergeant Brighton Early. Where is it? Okay, Brighton Early. Brighton Early, like bright and early tomorrow morning. I'm sure we'll find them eventually. Sunday, June 9th, letter from Nora Tucker. Dear future Wolf Creek residents, I liked my news story on the press conference, so I was in a great mood until we turned on CNN just now. Excuse me. Read this part of Elizabeth Carter Wood's report, and then I have some advice for you. Remember, Elizabeth Carter Wood is the one who stopped and was like, oh, so you're the superintendent's daughter, and you want to be an investigative reporter. We should chat sometime. The man in charge of Wolf Creek's prison refused to talk about who's to blame for this unprecedented lap in security. Prison Superintendent Bill Tucker, I'm not going to speculate when our staff members have been working more than 30 hours straight. All I can tell you is we're cooperating fully with state investigators. It's obviously a stressful time for prison officials, and fear is running high in this community. Even in the prison superintendent's own home. Tucker's young daughter told CNN that she's hardly seen her father since the escape. She says her little brother is afraid to sleep in his own bed for fear inmates might be hiding in his closet. Everyone is hoping this comes to an end very soon. So, foreshadowing there. When they talked to Elizabeth Carter Wood yesterday, there was some foreshadowing that this would happen. All right, so Nora's advice. I don't know if journalism will work the same by the time you're reading this, but in case it does, here's my advice. If you're going to talk to a reporter, be careful what you say, even if it seems like you're just hanging out being investigative reporter buddies. Otherwise, you'll get in trouble for accidentally doing an interview with CNN. Mom gave me a big lecture about responsibility to family. She says Dad's under enough stress right now, and keeping our circle of support does not include giving interviews with the national press. I think I was about to get grounded, only then Dad called and Mom went in her room and closed the door. She came out and she forgot about yelling at me because she was too busy double and triple and quadruple checking the locks on all the doors and windows. She even locked the window Sean crawls through when he forgets his house key. Owen watched Mom do all that locking and checking, and then went around the house testing the locks himself. Then he was worried the inmates might break his window and climb in. Mom reminded him his room is on the second floor, and the inmates aren't that tall. Owen said, "What if they had a ladder?" Mom said they didn't. Owen thought they would probably find one. What if they stole one from Bob's Hardware? There's really no reasoning with Owen once he starts what-ifing, so Mom dragged his mattress into her room and said he could stay up until she was ready to come upstairs. So now Owen's in the living room writing in his master plans and evil plots notebook. Lizzie and I brushed our teeth and changed into our pajamas, but neither of us can sleep. So now Lizzie's making a Venn diagram to compare our prison break to the one at Alcatraz. I know this sounds geeky, but in our time period, lots of newspapers use graphics like this. Have you ever seen USA Today? This just reminded me that I haven't returned the Alcatraz book to the school library. You should look for it if they still have it when you read this. It's really good. I've read it 4 times, so it's not like I don't know what happens. But it makes perfect reading for tonight. I'm not going up for any more surprises right now. I'm not up for any more surprises right now. Your friend from the past, Nora Tucker. And then here's some notes in Lizzie's Venn diagram. Okay. Note from Lizzie. You'll probably notice there are some arrows and stuff in here. In a regular Venn diagram, there are 2 circles, and you write the differences between the 2 things in the circles and put the similarities in the space where the circles overlap. But once we started working on this, we figured out that even our similarities have differences. Like both groups of escaped inmates made dummies to put in their beds, but the dummies were made of different stuff. Also, Nora and I think Alcatraz guys did a better job. So that's what all the arrows are about. Okay. So here we go. All right, so Alcatraz had 3 guys. They had soap, toilet paper, and hair. Right? Oh no. Soap, toilet paper. Yep. Soap, toilet paper, and hair. Dug out of concrete wall. Escaped into the bay on homemade rafts. Out of raincoats. And they had paddles and stuff. Okay. And then escaped from Wolf Creek. They were 2 bad guys. Clothes. Cut through the wall. Escaped through pipes and up and out a manhole covered in the street, clothes and canned goods. And then the similarities, okay. Made dummies to put in bed so it will look like they were sleeping. Had tools and Cell used them to break out, and some searchers found traces of them. So, all right. There we go. Tomorrow we'll start with Owen's Master Plots Notebook.